time, there was a lonely spread maker. This spread maker had fallen on hard times and was desperately in need of a boost for her business. Unfortunately for her, the rent was due. "Hold it there," commanded her landlord. "You are 6 months overdue on your rent. You have until tomorrow to pay it, or I will close this shop, repossess all your belongings, and throw you out onto the street." This sent the spread maker into a gloomy spiral. "How can I ever hope to pay the man by tomorrow?" she pondered. Dejected, the spread maker went about her daily business in the hope that a miracle would save her and her shop. As the sun set, she laid out on the counter what were her last resources in order to make one last jar of spread for the morning. The spread maker went to bed. As she slept, a wondrous occurrence occurred. Through the window crept 3 little men. Well, they were not men exactly, more so nuggets. These nuggets approached the workbench with care and set about constructing a spread of the items the spread maker had left on the counter. Their tiny feet stomped. Their tiny hands churned. They worked for hours until they were done. The next morning, the spread maker awoke to find the fruits of the nuggets' labor, an impeccably crafted jar of spread. The spread maker was perplexed. Where did this come from? Who did this? Whatever the reason, the spread maker shrugged and put the jar on display in her window. No sooner had she opened her shop than in walked an upper-class rich person. "I'd like to buy your decadent spreads," proclaimed the man. And so he did, along with almost every other product in the store. The spread maker was overjoyed. She was about to celebrate when in came the landlord. "Hold it there," he commanded. The spread maker knew she would have to immediately hand over her takings to the landlord. "There isn't quite enough," declared the landlord, "but it will do for today. I'll be back tomorrow to collect the rest." The spread maker was relieved and worried at the same time. How could she possibly hope for another miracle tomorrow? Who was responsible for the overnight miracle? Nevertheless, the spread maker purchased enough ingredients to make 2 more jars of spread. She laid them out on the table and went to bed. Once again, as she slept, 3 nuggets climbed into the workshop. They set about constructing 2 more exceptional jars of spread. On and on they worked until dawn. When dawn came, the spread maker awoke. On her workbench, she found, once again, the fruits of the nuggets' labor. Elated, yet slightly alarmed, the spread maker quickly put them on display, tidied the shop, and opened for business. Just as the day before had brought in well-to-do customers, this day did as well. In walked 2 upper-class rich people and their pet Tasmanian devil. They immediately bought the new jars of spread and the rest of the products in the store, paying handsomely, of course. With these earnings, the spread maker was able to cover the rest of the debts that were owed to the landlord and buy some more spread-making products. Yet, the spread maker was still perplexed as to who was behind this good fortune. She knew she had to find out. That night, the spread maker had laid out on the counter all of the ingredients for spread. She waited and watched. Her eyes grew heavy as the clock passed midnight. Then 1, then 2. Just as the spread maker was about to succumb to sleep, the shop window opened. In came the nuggets and, as they had done the 2 previous nights, set about making spread. The spread maker couldn't believe her eyes as she watched in amazement. Soon enough, the nuggets had finished and departed through the window. The spread maker sat bewildered. Who were these nuggets? Where did they come from? Why were they doing this? She thought. Something needs to be done. But what? For the next few sleepless hours, the spread maker thought and planned. Ah, she finally exclaimed, I've got it. For the next several hours, the enthused spread maker cut and crafted and planned, not even bothering to open the shop. Pleased with her labor, the spread maker positioned her work in a place she knew the nuggets would find it. Staying up once again, she waited and watched. At around 2:30, the nuggets climbed in through the window as planned. They made their way to the table just as the spread maker had hoped. The spread maker watched closely in anticipation. Then, it worked! The spread maker's plans had worked. The rat trap she had baited with beans had caught the filthy and disgusting nuggets. The spread maker was jubilant. Well, she declared, that's a relief. Honestly, a shop inhabited by nuggets? I think not. The spread maker promptly fed the nugget corpses to the Tasmanian devil and lived happily ever chessboard.
Shadow. So that was very smart. You should give up now and just walk away.
Yep. Yeah, it's better. Yep.
Looks really good. She's almost big enough. Soy fingers. Yeah, that's better.
Okay, almost, but little problem. You lost 2.